Okay, so another classic Chris Jam type video here. Let the floodgates open, I guess, in the comments, but be civil, of course. So the leader class price point seems to be going through another price increase. I've discussed this in previous videos recently, but I haven't done like a dedicated video talking about this topic, and it has been something in the community that's been talked about, So just figured I'd drop a video given my more extended thoughts on this. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you guys, I obviously don't like this. I think this is ridiculous, and for what you're getting for over $60 nowadays for a transformer, it's kind of highway robbery. I get sticker shock at this point. I do, because after tax, it's like $65. And then depending on where you order from, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon if you don't have the Prime membership, or whatever toy page that you decide to buy stuff off of. Hasbro Pulse shipping is like $6 or whatever. So you're spending like close to $70 or basically $70, So it's insane to me because these things not too long ago were like $20 cheaper, after tax and shipping, and or if you get in stores after tax, whatever. So I don't know what to say about this. 2016 leader class was about $45 before tax and shipping, so like 50, 55, and then it got raised to 50 in around I think it was like 2018, 2017. Then you got another price increase. It was during COVID, like 2021, I want to say it got increased. I think it was $52.99. And then we were at 55 for a couple of years. And now we're all the way up to 60, it seems like, in the big 2025. And I don't know where to go from here. I mean, sure, it's a $5 increase. It's not like it's $10, $15, $20 increase. But still, that adds up over time. Because, for a full wave of leader class figures, say there's 2 leader classes in a wave. I know sometimes it's just 1, but generally it's 2. Back in, let's say, 2016, you were spending, so the base price about $90. After tax or shipping, a little over 100. And you look at nowadays, 60 plus 60, that's 120. And then that's not even including tax and shipping. So you're looking at about 130, 135 or something. So yeah, that's a pretty substantial increase. And, if you're somebody who buys almost every leader class or a few leader class figures a year, that adds up to a lot of extra money being spent. And then if you want to go back even further in time, even though it's really not that long ago, let's go to, say, 2011, when leader class was $40. 40 plus 40, that's 80. And then after tax or shipping, that's about 90, 95. So a little under $100 even for 2 leader class figures that, mind you, were a lot bigger, had a lot more engineering, paint, sculpt to it, and features. Not so much articulation. That's the one thing I'll give newer leader class figures. They have a bit more articulation than older figures from about 15 years ago. But I'd say that's not really an even trade-off. So yeah, it's insane to me how much money you're spending on leader class figures every year now. I don't know how to feel about this in terms of the future of collecting with my own personal collection, because I've scaled back a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I would have gotten five years ago that I'm really not getting right now. Because, deluxes were $20, now they're close to 30. Voyagers, they were 30, now they're close to 40. And that adds up a lot over time. That's a lot of money. That turns into a lot of other necessities that you could have been buying instead of just random action figures. And thinking about it that way, it gets to a point where when is enough enough? Now, obviously, I'm somebody who likes to advocate for third party figures and certain knockoffs that I think are fantastic. I'm not saying go against Hasbro, but what I'm trying to say here is that they are those are pricey too, but you get more out of it. It seems like you, or not. It seems like you basically do. You take KO masterpiece figures or third party masterpiece, you get a lot more, and in this case for cheaper actually. Under $100, a lot of these figures are, and then with Takara and Hasbro, you're spending $200, two, three, $400. You know, so it's just a weird market we're in right now, where you kind of get better figures from these random companies that you've never heard of for a lot cheaper than the official stuff, and in a lot of ways they're better. Outside of maybe, I don't know, with some releases plastic quality can be a little fishy because, you know, they don't have the same premium access to resources like Hasbro do, but it's an interesting time to collect. Because I don't know, I feel that sort of pivot in my own collection in mind, that I'm looking for something more in my figures at this point, because Hasbro's prices are just going to keep increasing and the quality is just going to be it's basically going to be the same or a little bit less than every few years, I'd say. So I don't know, if you're spending money on this stuff, why not just get stuff that is a little bit better? I'm not talking like get some 3A statues or something, but you know, master like third party masterpiece figures or KO figures. That seems a little bit better to me in terms of value. I know some people are gonna disagree with me a ton, but I'm not the only one out there that has been thinking this the last 5-10 years, and especially with them branching out and doing more characters from other cartoons, it seems like Hasbro and Takara have a little bit of competition going forward. I'm not saying everything these third-party companies do are fantastic. I think Hasbro does things that are a bit better still, but I don't know. It's just a weird sort of situation we're in at this point, where, you know, third-party stuff was basically like a second option for certain stuff. And nowadays it's looked at as, in some instances, a better or cheaper option. And in a lot of instances, a better option. But, you know, I don't want to dwell on this too much because, you know, price increases, they happen. But it comes to a point where, you know, the amount of money we all make, it's not really matching this stuff. There's a lot of uneven economics going on here in the world, so it's stuff that is kind of beyond my knowledge at times, but you know, it's ridiculous to me. I just hope that there can be some sort of even ground if we bring this to Hasbro's light, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That's wishful thinking, pie in the sky type stuff. But short thing, I'm not a fan of this price increase, and I was already planning on not really getting a lot of Hasbro stuff going forward, and this just kind of gave me the green light even more in my head to be this way. If you guys care for me personally in my own collection, I'm going to be focusing on certain third-party / KO masterpiece movie figures, certain third-party Prime stuff, and Unicron Trilogy stuff. I really want to get that Jetfire and Energon Optimus and stuff, and Wing Saber. And hopefully they start branching out and doing animated and other Unicron Trilogy characters, which they probably will do as these fandoms get older and the demand gets stronger and there's more disposable income. It's definitely going to happen. It's already started to happen the last few years. So yeah, that's where I'm at personally in my own headspace, and I'll probably start getting into some IDW / Dreamwave comic stuff as well, and some G1 stuff. But yeah, and also some War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Planet X stuff. Those things are looking pretty peak nowadays compared to what the Gamer Edition slop has been putting out the last couple of years. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about this leader class price increase? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.